Who are you going to fight next?
You. I think it's Dubois.
Yeah, I want to put that right. I want to rematch and, I want to put them things right.
Having said that, Usyk and Dubois at Wembley will be huge in June as well, if that happens here, which it looks like it's going to happen. So my ears tell me.
The moment the boxing world has been waiting for has finally arrived. Oleksandr Usyk and Daniel Dubois are set for their long-awaited rematch. The rematch has been highly anticipated for quite some time. Echoing the excitement, Frank Warren also expressed his enthusiasm, revealing his strong desire to see Oleksandr Usyk and Daniel Dubois face off once again.
That once all the evidence is reviewed and so forth, they will either declare it a no contest or order an immediate rematch.
Meanwhile, Daniel Dubois has been vocal about his eagerness for the rematch. He's repeatedly called out Usyk, making it clear that this time he's coming with knockout intentions, ready to handle unfinished business in the ring.
It's my time now. It's time to hand over the crown. It's passing of the...
You want the winner?
Yeah.
Well, you want the winner. You want Usyk.
I want Usyk now. Yeah.
Daniel Dubois has seemingly shown a sense of urgency for the rematch, clearly not having forgotten his previous bout with Oleksandr Usyk. In an interview, he emphasized making his intentions known, calling for revenge and his readiness to prove himself once again.
Oh no, I'm 100% ready to fight, ready to win. A lot of people got a lot of things to say, but it's time to just go and perform on a night for me. So I'm focused, I've put the work in training, and I'm just ready to go.
Reacting to the call-out, Carl Froch shared his perspective on the situation. While he acknowledged Daniel Dubois' determination to face Oleksandr Usyk again, Froch criticized the way Dubois handled it, calling his interruption during an interview inappropriate and disrespectful. He firmly condemned the approach, stating that such behavior has no place in the sport.
Daniel Dubois jumping on, but I understand you're selling the game, aren't you? You're trying to get the next fight. But I didn't like the way he did that. And Usyk's just put in a real shift. He was tired, he was marked up, and he's now having to say, and he actually called it, didn't he? He said, Turkey al Sheikh.
Moving on, as the speculation surrounding the rematch has now continued to loom in, Eddie Hearn has shared his final verdict in this regard. He acknowledged the fighting spirit of Daniel Dubois and affirmed that the rematch is going to be very interesting and that the negotiations are being made to finally make it happen.
So, but he still loves the sport. He still thinks that physically he has a lot to give. So this is the final roll of the dice, and we've got to get it right. We've got to be ready, and it's going to be very exciting. Confirming the ongoing negotiations, Frank Warren also spoke about the potential rematch. He explained that Daniel Dubois' persistent call-outs of Oleksandr Usyk stem from his hunger for big fights. Warren revealed that he's currently in discussions with Eddie Hearn to make the bout a reality, adding that an official announcement will be made soon.
So that's the position he's in. He wants a big fight to go out on. Eddie and I have actually had a couple of chats today, and we'll, obviously in due course let people know our views on what we would do. We've both been involved with him in his career. He started off with me and was with me a long time, and he's been with me for the last few fights.
Sharing his excitement about the upcoming rematch, Joe Rogan also weighed in on the bout. He highlighted just how dangerous Daniel Dubois can be, warning Oleksandr Usyk of the serious threat heading his way. Rogan emphasized that this rematch could be the moment Dubois truly proves his dangerous persona and solidifies his standing against Usyk.
Dubois is coming into his own, man. That's what that is. He's only like 27, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he's coming into his own. That guy's scary. He's dangerous.
Weighing in on the rematch, Mike Tyson shared his thoughts with confidence. He spoke highly of Daniel Dubois, expressing strong belief that Dubois has what it takes to overpower Oleksandr Usyk this time around. Tyson outlined his reasons for backing Dubois, making it clear why he favors him in the upcoming showdown.
I think he's just going to overpower him. He's going to catch up with him and overpower him. I could be wrong. Little guys are difficult to fight because they're harder to hit, because they're smaller. He runs a lot, he moves a lot.
Meanwhile, the anticipation for the rematch isn't one-sided. The stakes are high for both fighters. Oleksandr Usyk has also confirmed his strong desire to face Daniel Dubois once again, making it clear that he's just as eager to settle unfinished business in the ring.
Who are you going to fight next?
You. I think it's Dubois.
On the other hand, expressing his determination to seek revenge, Daniel Dubois confirmed that this rematch is his chance to set the record straight. He emphasized that it's not just about redemption, it's about proving his dominance in the ring against Oleksandr Usyk once and for all.
Yeah, I want to put that right. I want to rematch, and I want to put them things right.
Amid this, confirming the official announcement, Gareth A. Davies revealed that the highly anticipated rematch between Daniel Dubois and Oleksandr Usyk is set to take place in July. Exclusively sharing the details, he noted that Wembley Stadium has been chosen as the venue, with expectations of drawing in millions of viewers and packing the iconic arena once again.
Having said that, Usyk and Dubois at Wembley will be huge in June as well, if that happens here, which it looks like it's going to happen. So my ears tell me, close to the ground. It's an enormous event. I think it'll do $1 million in pay-per-view. I think it makes 30 million box office and the stadium.
Sharing his thoughts on the rematch, Anthony Joshua also spoke candidly about what he expects. He acknowledged that Daniel Dubois has a strong chance against Oleksandr Usyk, but also emphasized the phenomenal knockout power Usyk possesses, noting that he often goes beyond pure skill to get the job done.
Of course he has. Look, it's a tough ask, of course. The thing with Usyk is, he doesn't depend on his power to knock you out, he depends on his skill. That's why it's a tough ask, because he's going to box rings around you if you let him.
On the other hand, Tony Bellew believes that Daniel Dubois is practically begging Oleksandr Usyk for the rematch, because deep down, he knows who the real king is. Bellew went on to praise Usyk's professionalism and charisma, highlighting the immense respect he's earned throughout his illustrious career.
Begging now for the payday because they know who the king is.
That's right.
And these guys need him. He doesn't need them. No. Oleksandr Usyk can choose to fight whoever he wants. He is now the draw in the heavyweight division. He is the big name.
In a candid moment during a recent interview, Tony didn't hold back when addressing the controversy surrounding Daniel Dubois' first fight with Oleksandr Usyk. He responded to ongoing debates about the so-called low blow that many claim should have led to a win for Dubois. Bellew dismissed the excuse, offering a blunt assessment. He said, "Let's not get away from anything. Daniel Dubois fought him once, and we've seen how that fight went. Yeah, everyone goes on about that shot, but let's just be brutally honest. It hit the protector." Following the announcement of the Oleksandr Usyk versus Daniel Dubois rematch, Ade Oladipo confirmed that the deal is done and the fight is set for July 12th. While he expressed excitement over the matchup, he didn't hold back in sharing his thoughts on Dubois' chances. Oladipo dismissed the idea of Dubois getting revenge as dumb, making it clear where he stands, but still eager to see how it unfolds.
One fight I do want to see, and it looks like it's now done for July 12th, Wembley Stadium, and that is Daniel Dubois looking to get revenge over Oleksandr Usyk. That's done, people. I think I did a video about 2-3 weeks ago saying that we are close. I think we can sort of cross out the close now and say it's done. We'll get to what this means for Joseph Parker and Agit Cabiao in a second, but I like this fight. This is number 1 versus number 2.
At the same time, Ade acknowledged Daniel Dubois' remarkable comeback, praising him for rising from the ashes. He emphasized that Dubois truly deserves a second chance to face Oleksandr Usyk, suggesting that a strong performance, similar to his outings against Jarrell Miller and Anthony Joshua, could significantly accelerate his career trajectory.
A lot's changed since their first fight, right? Since their first fight, Oleksandr Usyk's gone on to become undisputed, had those 2 magnificent fights with Tyson Fury, and Daniel Dubois has almost risen from the ashes, right? I mean, what he's done has been sensational. Honestly, he's had this little gap now because obviously they're not having the Joseph Parker fight, but he deserves this fight. And he does. Even removing the Joseph Parker fight not happening, I think you deserve Oleksandr Usyk again if you do what he did against Jarrell Miller, Hrgovic, and AJ.
Recognizing Daniel Dubois' hunger and determination to step back into the ring against Oleksandr Usyk, Ade believes the world will witness a more confident version of Dubois this time around. He praised Dubois for having the courage to take on the rematch and suggested that the odds might actually lean in his favor. However, despite his admiration, Ade made it clear that Oleksandr Usyk remains his all-time favorite.
And I think he's got a really good chance. I really do. I will make Usyk favorite against anybody. But Daniel Dubois is wanting this fight. He's not running away from this. Daniel Dubois is the one that's been goading Usyk into this fight. Daniel Dubois is the one that got in the ring. Even with a Parker fight there, after Usyk beat Fury, you saw him try to take the mic from me and said, "I want this rematch." So and he'll be super confident.
Echoing similar confidence in Daniel Dubois, Carl Frampton shared his thoughts on the upcoming rematch. He believes Dubois has a clear chance this time around and reflected on the first fight, suggesting that some of the circumstances actually played in Dubois' favor, even while admitting that Usyk executed his game plan excellently.
What does he need I give him a chance. I give him a chance, a big chance. I would still have Usyk as the favourite, but Daniel has the chance in the fight. We look at how the first fight went with the body shot or whatever it was. I still think it was borderline, and what I do think is I think the shot was okay, right? But I think that Usyk took advantage of the situation, being where he was in Poland, close to the Ukrainian border, kind of seen as the home fighter.
While acknowledging Oleksandr Usyk as a phenomenal boxer, Frampton also offered advice to Daniel Dubois on how to beat him. He suggested that Dubois needs to fight on the inside, use his size and weight advantage effectively, and focus on landing heavy jabs, a strategy Frampton believes could tilt the fight in Dubois' favor and assert his dominance.
It's the same old story, and I everybody knows this, but I'm going to say it anyway. People were kept separated because they were on different platforms, and one platform or one promotion didn't want to lose their fighter. But now they're all under the one umbrella and the one roof. It's only a good thing for boxing. And what we're seeing now, the current age of boxing, we're seeing the best taking on the best. And we haven't seen that. We probably haven't seen that this century. I would say that's how long. You know what I mean? Everyone's trying to avoid and using promoters and using platforms to stay away from each other. But now I don't think there's an option, but the boys will all have to fight each other, which is good.
Reflecting on the rematch, Sam Jones weighed in by asserting that Oleksandr Usyk hasn't necessarily improved, noting that his fighting skills are already exceptional and require no refinement. On the other hand, he acknowledged that Daniel Dubois has made strides in his development, but still emphasized that he doesn't stand a chance against Usyk in any way.
What more is he doing it for? He beat Dubois, stopped him last time. I know there was a little bit of controversy in that fight, but fair play to him, because Usyk can't really get any better, and Daniel Dubois has got better. So it's a great fight, but I will never ever bet against Usyk for as long as I live and for as long as he's, because I've done it like countless times now, and each time he's made me look a bit silly. So I will never bet against Usyk.
Breaking it down further, Sam predicted a comfortable win for Oleksandr Usyk, even suggesting that the rematch could be easier than their first encounter. While he acknowledged Daniel Dubois' punching power, unwavering confidence, and his reputation as a wrecking machine, Jones stressed that he still doesn't see Dubois beating Usyk.
Because Usyk could probably win even easier than last time, we don't know, but Daniel Dubois, with the confidence he has and how hard he punches, and like something clicked with Daniel Dubois, didn't it? I think it was the Jarrell Miller fight where he kind of got past the adversity of, because people were calling him a quitter. Daniel Dubois done so well. I've been a big fan of Daniel Dubois, the turnaround he's had, and he's looked quite like a wrecking machine, hasn't he, Daniel Dubois?
Yeah.
I give him a great chance, but I don't want to back him to beat Usyk because I don't want to be wrong for the billionth time.
Backing up his stance of favoritism towards Oleksandr Usyk, Jones emphasized that Usyk has consistently delivered at the highest level, even going so far as to praise his tremendous performances against both Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. Jones also mentioned that he had been anticipating the rematch with Dubois to take place in July, believing it was only a matter of time.
Yeah, it was my understanding that fight was going to happen for July. Yeah, it's a good fight. Like I said yesterday, Matt, I don't really know what Usyk's kind of doing, because it's just like he must just love boxing, Usyk, because he's made so much money, generational wealth. He's beaten everybody, some of them twice. Like you look at AJ and Fury, two of our best, right?
Yeah.
Beat them both twice.
At the same time, Daniel Dubois has issued a warning to Oleksandr Usyk, claiming there's real danger coming his way this time. While many still debate the controversial moment from their first fight, Dubois stood firm, insisting it wasn't a low blow and that Usyk simply got lucky. He made it clear that in the rematch, Usyk will regret stepping into the ring with him.
You know, you got lucky last time. You definitely got lucky. That wasn't a low blow. You never saw him grabbing his balls or nothing on the floor. Yeah, I'm just saying he got lucky last time. Next time he won't be lucky.
Among those warning Oleksandr Usyk about the threat Daniel Dubois poses is Dave Coldwell. He praised Dubois' boxing IQ and skill set, emphasizing that his size and power give him a clear physical advantage over Usyk. Coldwell issued a stern warning, claiming that this time all it could take is one clean shot to get the job done.
You know, Usyk going to be a little bit too much for him in the boxing skills department, ability and IQ. But there's all, when you've got somebody that's so much bigger and so much more powerful than the other guy, there's always that on edge, because you never know, one shot can always turn it around. And that's what Dubois had in his locker. You know, we all know that he's such a heavy-handed fighter, can really punch, and he's just huge. He's huge.
Meanwhile, as news of the rematch made headlines, Frank Warren weighed in to clarify the situation. He confirmed that while no official contract has been signed yet, negotiations are indeed underway. Warren added that although nothing is finalized, the rematch is likely heading in the direction the rumors suggest.
We have seen reports this morning, I don't know how much you can comment on it, Frank, from Mike Coppinger and the Ring, that July 12th, Wembley Stadium is gunning towards Usyk Dubois 2. I'm guessing talks have advanced for this then, Frank, if that's the case?
I can't comment on that because there's nothing signed between the parties or anything. There's been talks going on, but that was a real, you know, that shouldn't have been coming out today.
So there you have it. The rematch is set. Usyk versus Dubois, rumored to be on July 12th at Wembley. The boxing world split, the stakes are high, and opinions are flying. Will Dubois redeem himself, or will Usyk dominate again? Drop your predictions in the comments, like if you're hyped, and don't forget to subscribe for more fight talk. Catch you in the next one.